Hey traders, Jason with Day Trading Fearless. In this video, we're going to talk about the weekly watch list for the stock market and the S&P E-mini futures for February 26, 2023. So last week, I tried to kind of warn you guys, let you know, as I said, the stock market has become very complacent. And I actually showed you guys this chart. It was actually on the thumbnail, right? Looked like this. And the title of that video was Stock Market's Walking and Whistling by the Graveyard, meaning you better be really careful. Stock market just kind of doesn't understand what's going on, right? And this is kind of where we are today, right? Stock market had a nice fall throughout the week. If we go to this chart, I said, be careful, because if we don't bounce here, right, and we break through this, we're going to come down and end up on the other side of this channel, or this major wedge, which would become a very bearish issue potentially. And we saw some selling. I think it's the worst down week we've had this entire year. So far, we're about 2 months into it. So where do I see the stock market going, or the S&P 500 going this week? Well, seeing that we closed and we're on the other side, okay, we kind of blew through the point of control on the market profile, and we're now closed below this major trend line. I actually think there's going to be a continuation. We are in a bearish trend. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, nice clean waterfall, bounce for one day, and then today we took out that. So we're back to being a very bearish market. As far as here, I would probably draw something in the lines of, we'll just kind of say inside here. Okay, so we were here, kind of went sideways. If you want to help support my channel, get some trading education, and also get weekly S&P E-mini trade zone levels, support, and resistance, then you need to sign up with my $99 lifetime subscription, one-time payment of the S&P weekly trade zones, where you will get support and resistance levels, any open gaps and VPOCs, and you will also get a 7-hour video course of my top 5 trading strategies that I go over, that I use on a daily basis. Also, as a bonus, you will get over 30 free Thinkorswim custom indicators and charts, and you will get on a weekly basis every weekend Thinkorswim share chart, so you can upload the drawings directly to your charts. If you use another brokerage firm, here are all the levels that you'll be able to draw your own levels on. So make sure you check out daytradingfearless.com to sign up, or the link down below. Again, $99, but back to the video. Rallied higher, went sideways. Now we're kind of taking the escalator back down. Think of it as you're like a department store, Macy's or somewhere, right? You kind of walk around, look at all the clothing down here for the men. Now the women want to go look at their clothing, so you take the escalator up the stairs, you walk around. Guess what? She doesn't like what's up there, so you guys take the escalator back down to the men's department, okay, and you start to walk around. So where do I see the market going? Well, I would probably say the first major level is probably going to be this low right here, probably right around the 3,900 level. If we lose 3,900, we're probably coming down to value area low, which is about 3,800. And then it's kind of like, hey, what's going on with the news? What's happening with interest rates, things like that, and so on. So I think this week we are bearish. We closed the week bearish, and we are now actually in a bearish market. So just something to think about. And I think be careful looking for longs. Now, if we could regain the 200 and close, we probably need to do a close above the 40-60 level for this market to get back to being bullish. And listen, this market's been kind of up and down, so who knows what actually is going to happen. But I will say we've almost given up all the gains for the entire year, right? So we kind of opened right here around the 30 level, I'd say. Guess what? We got almost back to the open for the year, right? So we've given up all the gains. So just a couple things I'll watch for, but I will lean to the bearish side. As far as the NASDAQ had bull flag, I said, hey, I mean, be careful. We could break down from this bull flag, and that's exactly what we did. We're breaking down. We're now below the 200. We're sitting on the 50. Do we go down? I would probably say this probably point of control right around 11,700 level to about 11,500 are levels I'd be watching for the NASDAQ. So let's take a look at crude oil. Oil just kind of chopping around sideways, came down to the slower trend line that I drew, very tight wedge. It'll be interesting. Do we break up or do we break down and come down? Right now, I'm not going to make a call one way or the other because we're in the middle of the range, so it could go either way with a crude oil. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I called this last week. I said divergence up on Bitcoin, and guess what? Here we go. We're starting to fall on Bitcoin. If the overall market sells off, how bad does Bitcoin sell off with it? So just certain things to watch for. I would definitely watch this lower trend line from here. It probably comes to this low volume node up around about 18,000. There's also, I believe, a gap fill right around 20,000. So watch for this gap fill first around 20,000 on Bitcoin for any type of a potential bounce at those levels. Let's take a look at gold. Gold kind of lost 38, came right to the 200. I've been saying watch this point of control, 50% retracement from this entire move. So these gold, listen, when they sell, if the market sells off hard, probably everything's going to sell. Liquidations, things like that. That's usually how these things end. Silver's just getting beat up. We're kind of below the 50, heading to around the 18 level on silver, because we also have a gap that needs to be filled down here around the 18 level too on silver. Apple, AAPL, broke this trend line, and here comes the fall. We're now stuck in between the 200 and the 50. If we lose 50, close below, I would say we're probably coming down to the 137 level on Apple. And let's take a look at two more. Tesla kind of holding up pretty well after this massive run to the upside. So, but again, when the market sells, does everything get sold off potentially? And then one thing that I've been watching, Google L. Look at this. We're almost back near the lows on Google. Very weak action. I wonder if Google starts to drag the overall tech sector down. And let's take a look at Meta. Okay, Meta has a gap to fill right around the 153 level. So Meta has some room to go lower. And then Amazon. Amazon looks weak too. And this is kind of One of my stocks of the year. I mean, we had a great rally from 80 all the way up to about 115, pulling back. Potential shoulder, head, shoulder. Watch out, flip that over. We're making new lows into the high 70s, potentially if it fails. So, no, charts are not looking that bullish to me this week. So take that for what it's worth. But like I said, markets have been very complacent. And be careful this week if you're trying to do longs. Let the market kind of settle out. Some weird intraday price action I've been seeing, and kind of big rallies, sell-offs, weird stuff that we normally don't see. And sometimes when you start getting a volatility like that, big intraday swings up and down, usually means more volatility is coming. So hopefully that helps. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.